Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's David here. In today's video, we're gonna be doing something super fun. Let's just jump right into the video because I'm super excited to share this. So as you saw in the thumbnail, we are going to be making this industrial chic flower, in Annie's words. And I'm going to be using some random objects that I found. So I have a whole bucket that's filled with random things from over time. I just collect the things, put them in a bucket, and I put it in my craft room for later. So I'm pulling out all sorts of things, just trying to get an idea of like what I'm able to make with this stuff. And this is what I came up with. I started by using this belt. I just cut off this piece because I knew I wasn't going to be using the latch part. Put that to the side. I'll probably use it later for some other random project. So I wanted to cut my petals of the flower from the belt. I had found this black plastic piece. I have no idea what it goes to. Again, random object. So I'm just gonna use it as the base part of the flower and glue all these leather straps to it to create the flower essentially. So after I got all the pieces cut to shape, which I cut 8 pieces out, that's what I was able to get out of one side of the leather belt that I actually ripped in half. I don't know if you guys saw me do that at the beginning there. After I cut all the pieces out and rounded off my edges exactly how I wanted them, I then picked all this stuff up and kind of organized it to kind of get a better idea of what I was going to use next for the center of the flower. I then hot glued the straps of the belt to the plastic piece. I honestly didn't know what I was doing here, guys. I'm just kind of experimenting and gluing things together, and that's the fun part about this is you create whatever you want to create. Just use your imagination. And you can go crazy and use all kinds of random things, make a found object sculpture. So here I'm actually trying to bend the pieces of the, I guess, leather belt so that it would resemble like more of a flower, because right now it looks more like an octopus. It's just hanging there all weird. So I came up with a solution later on, but for now I wanted to move on to the middle centerpiece. So I picked up some random things to see what looks best. Today's video is a part of the Found Object Challenge that is hosted by Jerry from Happy Hoarder and myself. Just in case you're unfamiliar with what a found object is, it is basically finding a random object on the ground. Say you're outside in a grocery store parking lot and you find a hairpin or a pin cap. So something like that, and then you just basically glue things together to create a sculpture or whatever art piece you want to create. I want to thank Jerry from Happy Hoarder for hosting this challenge with me, and if you haven't already, go ahead and check out her channel. I will leave it linked down below as well as the playlist so you can check out everyone's creations. Alright, let's get back into the video. So I decided to go with the Starbucks cap and use that as the center of my flower. And on top of that, I wanted just to make sure, like, whatever I did end up putting, it was gonna, like, make sense with what I wanted to do. So I found this little, like, metal gear thing. I don't know. I don't even know where I got these. I think they're from the craft store. They were just dumped into this bin. So I just glued that down, and then I glued the cap down. So my solution was wire. I had some wire actually in the same bucket here, and I'm like, yay, I could just use some wire, and I got this. So I ended up like kind of playing around with it for quite a few minutes until I figured out I'm gonna glue one end of the wire right underneath the Starbucks cap, like the edge of it, I'm gonna like curl the wire to shape the form I want and wrap it around the other side of the leather belt piece. And after I did that, I just hot glued the pieces in place, like the wire in place, and that's how I made the flower be able to be bendable. Alright, I tried to speed it up as fast as I could here. So now I'm going to just use some matte black paint and I'm going to just paint that center. That way I have a nice kind of base coat. Then I found this hanger. I took the hanger apart, bend it with my hands. It was kind of hard to do that, so be careful if you guys end up doing something like this. I wanted to use the hanger as the stem part of the flower that I'm making. And I found this piece of wood, like, I don't know what it is, but little circle piece of wood, had a hole in it. I figured I could hot glue that to the back of this plastic piece, and then I could hot glue the hanger inside of that. That way it would have, like, you know, some sturdiness and all that. I mixed together a gold and a silver paint to kind of brush over that little gear thing in the middle, make sure it kind of pops a little bit, and went around the edges a little bit as well. Then I went ahead and hot glued this little glass, I don't know what this is, glass bead thing I found in there. I'm pretty sure it was from Dollar Tree like a long time ago. Then I decided to go ahead and use the same black paint around the edges of the belt to try to give a little bit of dimension to this piece so it did look like a flower and not, I don't know. That's just what I came up with. So, alright, so now I wanted to show you guys how I'm going to make these leaves. I just literally came up with this last minute. Found these tags that came off of clothes. Usually people throw these things away, but it was fabric and I wanted to keep it. I believe it came off a pair of pants. I don't know. So I cut them up into a leaf shape and then hot glued that to the bent up hanger, and that's what created the leaves. And I love the color scheme that this has. It's very industrial. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Maybe learned something new about found objects. And now what you can do with those objects, make a sculpture, whatever, just use your imagination, because I mean, you can do anything. Whatever you put your mind to, you can do it. Make sure you check out the playlist and Geri's channel. I linked everything down below in the description box. If you aren't already, consider subscribing to my channel. I make all kinds of home decor, DIYs, lifestyle content.
Share this video with your friends.
And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!